Alright, welcome back. So today I have a mulcher I found that is a Craftsman 190cc Quantum, and I actually found this with an issue. So it looks like the gas cap on it was basically chewed on, from what I could tell, and most likely it was tossed, because I think that there might be something wrong with it. Now, essentially with it being the gas cap, as you can see, there is a slight little hole there. If I could just get the camera to focus there. It's been chomped on. There it goes. And you can see that there's a hole. So luckily I have spare gas caps and whatnot for this. So I was able just to take a Briggs gas cap. I put a new one on it. There is fuel in it. So that looks like it might run, but I just don't feel comfortable if I plan on selling this, knowing that it could potentially have an issue with it, underlying issue. I see there's like a little bit of rust on the spark plug, like over here. What I'll do here is I'll go ahead and I'll try it out. We'll see if it starts and runs and just see what the issues are. I'm gonna clean it up really good. And then what I'll do is I'll drop the carb, I'll clean the carb, I'll empty out the gas tank, just check for any type of water intrusion, because it looks like this thing was parked underneath a tree. So with it being parked under the tree, you can kind of see the paint starting to bubble a little bit. But overall, it looks like everything's intact. I mean, it doesn't look like really anything's missing on it. So yeah, I'll make this kind of like a multi-step video. So we'll see if I can go ahead and just fix it up and get it running. You know what first we should do before even doing anything is I kind of want to see if what the condition of the air filter is. So what I'll do is I'll drag it outside, and then we can then test it outside. I will super clean it really quick too. If I need to, I'll get a bag and whatnot, but I'm probably going to take off the top just to see the condition of the flywheel too. But this will initially just be a first kind of look over. I'll give it a cold start in a second. I just want to see the condition of the air filter. Just get my giant flathead here. Crack it open. That's tight. Wow, that's tight. Jeez Louise, that's tight. You know what? If I can't, let me see if I can just grab on and. Normally they're not this bad. Let me see if I can just get a little socket for it. See if I got the right size. No, it's too big. That was a 9. Alright, hold on 1 second. It's a little smaller. .5/16 maybe? Oh yeah, 5/16. Alright. So it's a 5/16. Usually comes off with a flathead, but in this case, for some reason, it is on there tight. But if it lived outside, I mean, that's going to be one of the issues with keeping stuff outside. As you can see, everything's kind of hanging on it. The sticker's off. It's like barely hanging on. That bolt is really on there. So let me just check the condition on it really quick. Okay. Yeah, filter's never been maintained. You can see the overall condition of it. I'll leave it in just because when I clean it, rust. So there definitely is some type of water intrusion inside of it. So yeah, I'm going to take it apart. I can see a little bit of rust buildup too on it. yeah, the carb's gonna need to be dropped just to make sure that there's nothing wrong with it. But for temporary, for now, I'll leave it on there. The air filter is garbage, so I have other air filters. It's a very common air filter, so. Alright, that should be good. Maybe this thing I'll take off for now. The sticker's gonna fall off anyways. Something was here. I don't know what this was holding, but. Alright. Also looking at it, I see that the extension or pull cord has been messed with. Something happened where it ripped off. So I don't know how about the force of travel it has on it. So we'll see shortly. It might have an issue with how far it pulls back. That could also be annoyance, why somebody might want to toss it. It looks like it was used though, because the tires have still grass on them, so it might have been used before it was tossed. Like I said, there is some gas in it. I just had to change out the gas cap because it was kind of smelling from the leak. But it does have fuel in it. Yeah, it's got a little bit, about a half a tank. So this is a push prime. So basically you just prime it about 3 times. 2, 3. We'll see if it fires up. Let's see if I could just move it a little bit up. Alright. Let's see if it'll go. Yeah, the handle's kind of janky. It's been broken. Oh, yeah, it doesn't have much stretch. Alright, so it starts and runs. One thing I forgot to do was just check for oil. Now the oil is probably going to be a little high. Oh yeah, I'll have to change that out too as well. It's a little high. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick introductory video on this one. So what I'll do now is, before it starts raining, is I will flip it on its side and see if we can go ahead and I'm going to assume the deck is probably dirty. So what I'll do is I'll flip it over on its side. Like that. And you can see the deck. The deck on it is a little dirty. So what I'll do now is I will grab a scraper bar and just scrape around it. The blade looks to need to be sharpened too. That's pretty typical of this type when they get thrown out. Sometimes people take care of it. Most of the time they really don't. They let it just build up. I'm very surprised this doesn't have any deck rot. That's how thick the grass is. And being cut wet. But what we'll do is we'll initially just get most of this off. Clean it up. It doesn't look like there's any visible oil leaks or anything like that, so that's good. Scrape off some of the bigger chunks here. And a little bit of dirt, just debris and everything on it. It was used, so. me see if I can just get a bag. Just to, as you can see, it's already looking better right now. Just by getting some of it off. What I'll do is I'll just take the grass clippings and shuck them out separately from everything. I just wanted to make sure I'm going to get the bigger clumps out of it without making too much of a mess on my grass. So overall, this should be a pretty easy project. What I'll do too is I'll probably end up, since I have the top off, I'll probably fix the recoil because the recoil looks a little short on it. So I'll do that. And then we'll give it an oil change. I'll give it fresh fuel. I'll clean the tank out since I have everything apart. Really just going to make sure it's fine-tuned correctly so that there's no issues with it. There's a stick there. Got Jeep lashed. Once again, just trying to get the bigger clumps out. Probably years worth of just never being cleaned underneath. But it just takes a little bit of just effort to clean it as best as we can. I'll take the effort to do it. Right in time for the whistle. I think it's probably going to start raining soon. So at least I'll be able to clean this up. I could just blow it off the remainder really quick with just some my leaf blower here. Cleaned it up. Looks 10 times better than it did before. So it's a good thing. It is a used mower, but look at it, it's already better than what it was. What we'll do is I'll just leaf blow really quick. Quick leaf blow. Then what I'll do is I will super clean it really quick. Make it look a little bit shinier, spiffier. Let me get the super clean out. I can raise it here. Just moving the tripod around. But also try not to get it too wet. So here, I'll aim it here. And then what I'll do is I'll just grab some super clean. What we'll do is we'll spray it down bring the camera a little bit more here. And I'll give it a good clean. Once again, this is just like a quick kind of, more or less just like a quick detail. I'm really just trying to get all the grime and dirt off of it, or most of it. Look at the tires. You know, overall looks fine, the condition wise, but probably the person got annoyed with it being pulled constantly, and he probably had issues with it starting. I'll just, you know what, I'll spray the cap down. Might as well. So he probably just got annoyed with it trying to start it from time to time. Or might have had a hard start at one point. I mean, it seems like it runs, but I still think that there's water in the fuel. That's just my assumption with it. But it is pretty complete though. It is very complete actually. Other than needing some slight tweaking here. Alright, we'll rinse this off and then start the next process. And like I said, I'm not really worried about the filter getting wet or anything like that, because I'm gonna go ahead and just clean everything off anyways, as best as I can. I'm gonna go through the carb. Luckily the primer ones are not really, I mean, they're not really, none of these Briggs carbs are really hard, but you clean them out really good, they'll start very easily. I mean, this one's our easy start. Just trying to get some of the loose grass I see on the rims and tires off. Okay, let's go to this side. A little bit of a stain right there, and or paint stripping I see. Paint, a little bit of paint fade there, but that's alright. Make sure we get the works. So, alrighty, looking way better than it did before. And what I'll do is I'll try to just leaf blow it a little bit, just to get most of the water out of it. I'll tip it over a little bit. Okay. And this should help dry it off a little bit. Alright, leave that. I'll let it air dry a little bit, and then what we'll do next is in the next video, I'll just do a quick kind of carb tear down, just to see the condition of it, and also do a fuel sample. And I'll just also have the cap off already for it, just to make sure, look at the flywheel and whatnot, since it's been outside. But yeah, this is kind of like an introductory one, so it needs a little bit of work. Hopefully the plug's okay. It looks like it is though, but we'll test it out once I have everything currently all together, so I can just make sure that there's really no issues with it prior to me selling it. So yeah, I hope you guys like the quick little diagnosis, kind of look over and quick clean first before we do anything with it. And yeah, I'll have a follow-up video with this one probably in the next day or so. So stay tuned. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to catch you guys out on the next one. Take it easy.